Welcome everyone to the Vagabond Tales, episode number 4, and today we're doing the smart version. I'm actually a really giant nerd, so I really enjoy the idea of kind of poking fun at myself.
We're going to be talking about tree frogs, the history of the tree frogs. I'm super intelligent. I'm just incredibly intelligent.
The glasses actually pick up the computer screen.
So we're going to get rid of these.
Yeehaw. Rather than try and give an incredibly condensed form of history of the Philippines, I'm just going to show you a couple places that you should visit and how much they sacrificed to have the rights that they have today. So please, enjoy. You can't go to Manila without visiting Intramuros. Also known as the Walled City, it is the oldest district and historic core of Manila. The wall was first built in conjunction with Intramuros' reconstruction in the late 16th century by the Spanish colonial government. One of the most prominent features of this historic site is Fort Santiago, which guards the city and was notably used during the Spanish occupation and the Japanese invasion of the Philippines in World War II. Fort Santiago is now a historical landmark, showcasing the legacy of the Spanish colonial period and showcasing the life and exploits of Jose Rizal. A virtual Renaissance man, Rizal was a polyglot, writer, painter, and political activist, whose novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo showed his resolve for peaceful resistance against Spanish rule. His execution in 1896 helped spark the Philippine Revolution, declaring its independence from Spain in June of 1898 and becoming the first democratic republic in Asia. Today, Jose Rizal is seen as the national hero of the Philippines, and you can see his final footsteps from his cell to where he gave his life for his people, in Rizal Park, where his final poem, Mi Ultimo Adios, is inscribed on the memorial plaque. Learning about the history of the Philippines was the best possible way to end my visit to the island nation. Leaving this beautiful country is a lot harder than I thought it would be. But before I continue the next part of my journey, I'll leave you with a passage from Rizal's own novel. The great issues are always great beside the small ones, and the small ones are always small even alongside the great. Thus says history, but since history hits the mark accurately once out of 100 misses, it cannot be relied upon, being the work of man, and men are prone to making mistakes. Errare es hominem, to err is human, as Cicero says, and as it is said in my own country, whoever has a tongue can be wrong. When I said that I was going to go to the Philippines, a lot of people gave me a lot of negative preconceptions about the place, and I'm glad I didn't listen to them. Instead of finding these negative stereotypes, I found a country that was beautiful and full of a long and arduous history. I found people that are hardworking and proud and incredibly friendly. But mostly, I learned not to judge a book by its cover. So Philippines, thank you very much for a wonderful time, and I know I'm going to be back. Because it's true what they say. It's more fun in the Philippines. I'm gonna try smelly tofu. The name just really makes my mouth water.